My son told me that a ghost was watching him from our tree line. Now I believe him. After the divorce, I came back to Georgia with my boy. City life had taken too much from us. His mother, most of all. Opioids turned her into a ghost long before she died. I figured the country would heal what the city broke. My grandfather's old farmhouse still stood, creaking but alive, a memory of better bloodlines and worse times. Emily came down from Atlanta to help. She's my niece, but she's closer to a sister really. Sharp, warm, always filling silence with small talk or old songs. Having her there made the house feel less hollow. Between her laughter, the clatter of dishes, and my boy's running feet, it almost sounded like life again. For the first time in a long time, I thought maybe peace wasn't just an idea. Then Jonathan started talking about the ghost. It was early evening when he first mentioned it. The sun was sinking low, painting the pines gold. He stood at the back window, pressing his small hand against the glass. "Daddy," he said, "there's a ghost in the woods." I glanced out. Just trees, long shadows, and mist rising from the ground. "What kind of ghost?" I asked. "He's tall," he whispered. "He's wearing white. He just watches." I told him ghosts weren't real, that what he saw was moonlight or fog. He didn't argue, just nodded slowly and went quiet. But that night, he refused to sleep with his light off. I didn't push it. A few days later, I caught him standing by the window again, same time of day. "He's there," he said softly, pointing. I looked, and for half a second, I thought I saw something. A pale shape, motionless among the pines. It was gone before I could focus. Probably nothing. Probably. That night, Emily teased me about it. "You've got him watching too many horror movies," she said, smiling over her tea. But when the dogs started barking out near the tree line around midnight, she quit smiling. The sound had an edge, low, warning, like they could smell something we couldn't see. Jonathan grew quieter after that. He'd draw the ghost, always a tall white figure, blank face, long arms. Once he told me he doesn't like when we talk about him. I asked, "What does he do?" "Just watches. Sometimes he whispers, but I can't hear the words." I'll admit, it started getting to me. You can only hear your kid describe the same thing so many times before it burrows under your skin. I started checking the locks, the windows, even the closets, pretending it was for him, knowing it was really for me. The silence of the country that once soothed me began to feel like something holding its breath. Then, one night, things changed. The house was still. Emily had fallen asleep on the couch with the TV humming low. I just turned in when I felt a tug on my sleeve. Jonathan stood there in his pajamas, clutching his teddy bear. His eyes were wide and wet. "Daddy," he whispered, "the ghost's in the house now." That hit me like ice water. "What do you mean in the house?" I asked. "He came in," he said. "He's downstairs. He said he's gonna kill everybody if we don't leave." I sat up, heart thudding, trying to keep my voice calm. "Jonathan, listen to me. Ghosts aren't real." He shook his head hard. He said, "You're an N-word, and I'm an N-word, and Granddad was an N-word lover. That's why he's gonna hurt us." The room went silent. I couldn't breathe. Somewhere below us, a floorboard creaked. Then I smelled it. the faint, sickly scent of smoke. I ran to the window. A dull orange light flickered across the yard. Fire. The porch was burning. Instinct kicked in. I reached under the bed and grabbed my Colt 45, the one my father left me, cold metal and old comfort in my hands. "Emily!" I yelled. She jerked awake just as glass shattered downstairs. Through the window, I saw him. The ghost, tall and white, standing in the firelight. Only now I could see the holes cut for eyes. The cloth wasn't mist or moonlight. It was a hood. There were more behind him, moving through the flames. The Ku Klux Klan. I shoved Jonathan and Emily toward the back door. "Run to the woods," I said. "Call 911 and don't come back till you see blue lights." They hesitated. I raised my voice, and they ran. When I stepped outside, the fire was spreading fast. 6 men stood near the porch, their shadows long and black against the flames. One had a rope coiled over his arm. Another aimed a shotgun lazily at my chest. "Evening, boy," one said. "We heard you moved back in. Thought we'd welcome you home proper." I said nothing. My hand was behind me on the Colt tucked at my waistband. "You got 2 choices," another said. "Give us the boy or the girl. Either way, somebody swings." I raised the pistol and pulled the trigger before he finished the word. The first shot dropped him where he stood. Then everything erupted. Gunfire cracked through the smoke, fire roaring behind me. I fired again and again, the recoil hammering my arms until one of their bullets caught my shoulder. Another tore into my ribs. A third grazed my neck. The fourth, God, I still feel it, hit low, somewhere deep. I stumbled, still firing, each breath cutting shorter, sharper. The world narrowed to heat and noise. I hit one more before the weight of blood loss dragged me down to my knees. My vision tunneled, edges going black. The burning house flickering like a dying candle. My hand loosened around the Colt. The last thing I saw was the red and blue flash of the sheriff's cruiser cutting through the trees. I remember thinking, at least they're safe. Then, nothing. When I woke up, it was 2 days later. Hospital lights buzzing overhead. Emily and Jonathan were there, alive. My body felt like it had been chewed through, but we survived. The farmhouse didn't. The sheriff called it a hate crime. Said they found Klan pamphlets and old matchbooks buried under the porch. Said it was a miracle any of us made it out. Jonathan doesn't talk about the ghost anymore, but sometimes he wakes up crying. Says he still hears whispering from the woods. Maybe he does. Maybe some ghosts never died. If you ever find yourself in Georgia and your kid tells you he saw a ghost, believe him.